Hi there. So often when we're out or when people notice something that we've posted, they ask, what is AbbaCare? Why does it exist? And how does it work? Well, today I'd like to talk to you about why it exists and what is it really. In our world, we're always going to have senior adults, youth, and families. We're always going to have houses of worship, and we're always going to have our healthcare arena. What AbbaCare does is it sees the need that exists to bring all of those together, because for so often in our culture we have siloed these entities. We have built walls to keep each one of those separate, and individually they all work so well. But we believe together we can be the best when we put ourselves together in community. So long ago, the history of hospitals is during Greco-Roman times there were only healing for slaves and for gladiators. For gladiators, it was to get them back in the field, and for slaves, it was to get them back in service. A group of Christians saw that there were so many that were dying in the streets, so many that were suffering from disease, and who was going to be there to help them? So a community got together, saw a need, and decided to fill it. They began caring for people with no regard for themselves, contracting the disease that they were trying to heal them from. And so it began the hospital system. We believe that today, where the hospitals exist to heal the physical ailment, we can come alongside in the form of community, bringing our many home of worship partners alongside to help those being discharged, so that not only their physical ailments are being tended to, but their hearts are being seen, so that there is a voice being heard. Our focus has been on senior adults, and a big reason for that is so many senior adults are geographically separated from their families. They're living in conditions that if I shared in all honesty what they were, they would shock you. They're abhorring. And so often, it's what they believe that they have to exist in, because there is no one to help them. We have had countless situations where people are hurting and don't have to hurt. They're in homes, in environments that I wouldn't put my dog in, and they don't have to live that way. We've had the privilege and the honor of coming alongside, letting them know they're seen, and then plugging them into resources to help them. And that's what we do. We augment what we are already doing well so that it's better in our homes of worship, in our healthcare arenas, and for individuals and their families. We have so many times where one of our church partners calls us. They're a young church, but these young churches still have older parents. And they'll call and say, they have a parent that's not even in the same city that is going through the early signs of dementia. How do we come alongside and help them? Prayer is always good, but sometimes you also need to add the practical application of resources, of making a plan, of having someone to turn to that can take them by the hand and say, we've been there and we've done that, and we want to come alongside and help you navigate this. That's what we do. I thank you for joining me, and I hope that this has just given you a taste and an insight into the heart behind AbbaCare and who we are. I'd like to end with a quote from a book that was so moving for us. Rabbi Jonathan Sachs wrote, "To heal a fractured world." And this is the quote: "We are here to make a difference, to mend the fractures of the world, a day at a time, an act at a time, for as long as it takes, to make it a place of justice and compassion, where the lonely are not alone, the poor not without help, where the cry of the vulnerable is heeded, and those who are wronged are heard." Thank you, friends, and thank you for listening to what AbbaCare is. I look forward to joining you again. Hope you have a blessed day.